every single day at the heart of the Peruvian Andes at an altitude of between 2,000 and 5,000 meters, more than 3,000 Quechuan families face the challenge of leading their community development. Men and women alike, organizations of producers, women's associations and local government all endeavor to build a better future for coming generations. Two barriers in this area, however, impede development. One is the extremely poor participation in the scheme by the general public, and the other is the lack of coordinated and concerted work between the different civil and political institutions of the area, which is where decisions are made, and, to a great extent, people's futures are decided upon. In response to the situation, the Basque NGO Zabalketa and its local partner in Peru, Cáritas Red Sur, in collaboration with the Basque Government's Basque Cooperation Agency, have developed a 3-year program in the rural communities of the districts of Acopía, Checacupe and Sangarara.
El objetivo del programa es que el gobierno local y la sociedad civil trabajen concertadamente en el establecimiento de sus estrategias de desarrollo, con criterios de organización, de equidad, sostenibilidad y participación.
Their first line of work consisted of reinforcing and training authorities and local government public servants alike regarding the way they must now carry out their jobs, using the training program for local public administration and management, such as, for example, by their accompanying people, encouraging them and helping them create development schemes that meet these new requirements of participation, inclusion, equality and consultation.
Checacupe a nivel nacional está considerado en extrema pobreza. El objetivo principal es fortalecer las capacidades de los gobiernos locales para desarrollar las competencias que tengan los dirigentes para que de esta manera, en concertación, podamos lograr el objetivo: bienestar familiar y desarrollo local.
Today, local government leads the district development schemes hand in hand with the different communities in order to meet the most important demands of the population. These are schemes in which the population, community and social organizations all participate actively. Schemes that cover innovative communication and transparency strategies between government and citizens are laid down, in which several objectives that will determine the approval of the new community budgets are established. Rural communities and their 3 organizations of community government have also been enabled, namely community assemblies, community roundtable board meetings and special committees. Men and women who had already been naturally acknowledged as leaders in their own communities have been trained so that they can draw up new statutes and legislation permitting a new model of consensual development to emerge, one that's more open and horizontal.
Noqayku que asamblea pe aparico que propuesta aparico haqay gobierno local ma lepico warma qhari parlar spaico y que imas que necesitas ni que comunidades ni cope entonces chayta primero taqawarico noqayku nosla chayta qawarispa noqayku lepico apaico warma qhari manan marginación kañachi kunanqa warmi pues entonces igual mi kapi kunanqa.
After completing their training program, people with posts in the communities are then completely familiar with the work they must carry out and can handle such management tools as minutes and accounts books. In at least 10 of the 13 communities, old statutes have been brought up to date and new ones approved. There's also been a 25% increase in the number of women occupying posts within management boards. Another important step forward was that of encouraging the active and equal participation of men and women in community assemblies and in the preparation of budgets, thanks to radial awareness campaigns, exchange of experiences, and training given in leadership schools. These men and women have had first-hand experience with successful leadership schemes, have improved their own self-esteem, become aware of what the civil rights really consist of, and learned how to draw up projects aimed at solving the problems of their different communities. By the end of the program, some 90 leaders had been trained, 40% of whom were women and 10% young people. 80% of all participants completed the training program successfully, and have submitted proposals at different district consensus building forums.
Che mi kunanka gobierno local pikashani como regidora, pero siempre warmi masi kuna raiko, warmi kuna kahtintak chimanchayani, pai kuna apoyonga, y kunanta warmi kuna pach rimarinay pach parlerinay pach. Siempre no ka warmi masi kuna manta rimarinay pach kashani che consejo municipal pi. Y che pitach siempre junta edil niscapi che reunión pino chere che warmi manta. Y siempre che warmi manta cheres pai, siempre exigizach pone alcaldita, siempre warmi raiko.
Another sector addressed particularly by the program was that of education centres, both in Peru, such as in this instance, and the Basque country. In total, 5 secondary education centres from 3 districts in Peru, and an additional 7 education and vocational training centres from the 3 Basque provinces. Both the pupils from the north and the south have learned to identify which problems and/or needs affect them directly, and how to implement projects that influence them positively. In addition to which, thanks to networks and the internet, they can now communicate with one another and share their dispatches.
En los centros educativos también formamos a jóvenes comprometidos con y por la sociedad, para combatir la desigualdad.
Los jóvenes del País Vasco hemos aprendido a participar en la mejora de nuestro desarrollo local. Nuestras ideas son también igual de válidas que las de cualquier adulto. ¡Anímate!
The program's last line of work concentrated on strengthening agricultural productivity that would guarantee the sustainable development of those territories in which the communities are located. Regions whose natural riches are being affected by malpractice, deforestation and climate change. To combat this, training workshops have been given to those people who form part of dairy and guinea pig farming organizations to promote the sustainable management of water consumption, the preservation of natural resources, the increase of forage, and above all else, encourage and stimulate local economic enterprises in order to improve the incomes of rural families.
Solo antes vendían leche ordeñada, ahora están vendiendo queso, yogur en diferentes mercados, este tipo de productos.
No caigo asociación de formarico juntos igual mi pura, entonces no caigo poririk ñapa asociación poririchico y ahnat poririk, entonces venderemos concurso ganaremos premio tapchaskirico, entonces no caigo más mejorashaico mercado más aparico ahna, entonces venderemos queso, yogur y más también mejorashaico no caigo, entonces wawaico ta ña o estudiar chinaico premo colchataps apamuico ña wawaico.
Upon completion of the program, producer organizations carry out their activities and implement steps aimed at preserving their natural resources, such as, for example, by using organic fertilizer. 3 districts are currently introducing environmental initiatives such as forest conservation and the correct handling of solid waste, in conjunction with authorities, communities, producers and society in general.
A lo largo de estos años de trabajo entre la Red Sur de Cáritas del Perú, Zabalketa y el apoyo decidido del gobierno vasco, hemos logrado que las familias campesinas encuentren las sendas de su propio desarrollo. Esto nos permite contribuir a la formación de una sociedad justa, equitativa y con un futuro esperanzador para estas familias.
Work goes on, and though improvements still have to be made, the positive results are clearly visible. Today, rural families and institutions are much more aware, better organized and skilled than ever before. And new generations are already gathering the harvest of this new development in the very same lands in which their ancestors once lived.